Personal log. Dark Knight's food reviews. Gotham City never ceases to surprise me. One moment, you're thwarting the Joker's plan to turn the Gotham Reservoir into grape jelly. Yes, that happened. And the next, you're standing in line at a Krispy Kreme because Alfred insists I need more joy in my life. He handed me a flyer this morning for Dolly's Southern Sweets Donuts, a limited-time collaboration between Krispy Kreme and Dolly Parton. I wasn't sure if this was his way of lightening my mood or a subtle hint that my brooding has reached new, insufferable levels. Either way, here I am, blending in with the afternoon crowd. A billionaire in a bespoke suit waiting for donuts named after a country music legend. What could be more inconspicuous? I half expected to see Clark Kent in line, but then I remembered he's more of a bagel guy. First impressions. The display case was a spectacle in itself. There they were, Dolly's Southern Sweets Donuts, each one a sugary homage to Southern comfort food. Flavors like Banana Puddin' Delight, Southern Belle Blueberry Pie, and Jolene's Jam-Filled Joy. I ordered one of each. The cashier raised an eyebrow but said nothing. If only she knew the kind of appetites we deal with in the Justice League cafeteria. Never get between Aquaman and a platter of fish sticks. Back in the Batmobile, my unassuming black sedan, I decided to sample these confections before they cooled down. After all, crime waits for no one, but surely it can hold off for a donut. Banana Puddin' Delight. The first bite was like a warm hug from a grandmother I never had. The donut was filled with a rich banana custard, topped with vanilla icing and a sprinkle of wafer crumbles. It was decadently sweet, almost alarmingly so. I could practically hear Dolly's southern drawl singing praises in my ear. For a moment, I forgot about the stack of Wayne Enterprises paperwork awaiting me, and the fact that Scarecrow had escaped Arkham again. Note to self, discuss security upgrades with Commissioner Gordon. Southern Belle Blueberry Pie. Next up was the Southern Belle Blueberry Pie. This donut had a blueberry filling so vibrant it could give Poison Ivy's plants a run for their money. The crusted sugar on top added a satisfying crunch, much like the crunch of gravel underfoot when sneaking up on unsuspecting goons. The flavor was delightful, though a bit messy. Blueberry jam is not ideal for someone who wears a lot of black Kevlar. Jolene's Jam-Filled Joy. Finally, I tried Jolene's Jam-Filled Joy. Filled with strawberry jam and topped with pink icing and heart-shaped sprinkles, it looked like something Harley Quinn would bring to a tea party, right before attempting to poison everyone, of course. The sweetness was almost criminal, but in a good way. It was the kind of donut that could make even the grumpiest vigilante consider taking up line dancing. Reflections. As I sat there indulging in these sugary delights, I couldn't help but ponder the surreal nature of my life. Here I am, the Dark Knight, protector of Gotham, sitting in a parking lot eating Dolly Parton-themed donuts. If the Rogues Gallery could see me now, they'd never let me live it down. Then again, perhaps this is the kind of unpredictability that keeps them on their toes. Nutritionally, these donuts are a disaster. Alfred would insist I spend an extra hour in the gym's combat simulator to offset the caloric intake. Maybe a sparring session with Damien is in order. The kid could use a lesson in not underestimating his old man. Comparisons. Compared to my usual fare, the Taco Bell breakfast crunch wrap or the occasional Big Belly burger, these donuts are an entirely different experience. They lack any pretense of being a meal and are unapologetically indulgent. It's like comparing the Batmobile to a parade float. Both have their place, but only one can outrun a heat-seeking missile. The act of discovery. This little culinary adventure reminded me that even in a city as grim as Gotham, there are pockets of joy to be found. The smiles on people's faces as they left the store with their own boxes of Dolly's donuts were genuine. It's easy to forget that while I'm preoccupied with the city's dark underbelly, life goes on above ground. People find reasons to smile, to celebrate, to enjoy something as simple as a donut. Perhaps there's a lesson in that. Maybe I'll bring a dozen to the GCPD bullpen. Gordon would roll his eyes, but I bet Bullock wouldn't turn one down. Heck, maybe even Catwoman would appreciate a peace offering, though knowing her, she'd probably swipe the whole box when I'm not looking. Conclusion. Krispy Kreme's Dolly's Southern Sweets donuts are a delightful, if overly sweet, diversion from the usual grind. They offer a taste of Southern comfort that feels oddly out of place yet perfectly welcome in Gotham's austere atmosphere. While they won't become a staple in my diet, I can hear Alfred's sigh of relief. They've added a bit of color to an otherwise monochromatic day. As I finish this log, the bat signal lights up the evening sky. Duty calls. Perhaps tonight, with a little extra sugar in my system, I'll be quicker on my feet, or at least more enthusiastic about grappling across the cityscape. Time to don the cowl and get back to work. But maybe, just maybe, I'll hum a Dolly Parton tune along the way. End of log.